What I would like to do on this segment, for the benefit of our guests and subscribers, basically, just to review the weekly VC price momentum indicator report that was published basically on Saturday. This report covers the weekly futures swing trading signals that are produced and basically posted on Saturday, every Saturday, based on the previous week's statistics. And we use this report to swing trade basically and in the gold and the silver market. And you get this report on Saturday for the following week. If we take a look at the report that was published on April 24th, the gold June futures contract closed at 1180, with the market closing below the 9-day moving average of 1189 is confirmation that the weekly trend momentum is bearish. So coming into this week, we were experiencing the based on the moving averages, a bearish indication here that by the market closing below the 9-day moving average, the trend momentum was bearish. But it also tells you very clearly that if it closes above the 9-day moving average of 1199, that this weekly bearish short-term trend will be neutralized. The second component of the algorithm, basically, which is the pivot point for the week or the metrics for the week, tells us that with the market closing below the VC weekly price momentum indicator of 1178, it confirms that the price momentum is bearish. So the market closing below 1188 also confirms that the momentum was bearish, but it also tells you right away that if it closes above the VC weekly of 1188, it would trigger weekly stops and negate the bearish signal to neutral. So if you came in short, basically, you should have been looking at these numbers as indications of a market reversal if the bearishness does not continue. Now, basically, this tells you that if we do close below 1188, that you should look to take profits on the shorts into corrections at the buy one and buy two levels of 1166 and 1153. Let's take a look at and see on the 24th, basically, you can see here the market coming in here told you that by closing at 1180, basically the market closed is a little bit bearish, but you automatically have an indication that going through the 1188 is will revert the bearish trend to neutral, the bearish signal to neutral, and then if it's activated, and of course here today, I should say yesterday's low was 1177.60, not quite the low that was expected of 1166, but it came into very close to the previous weekly low, which was 1174, anticipated by the previous weekly report. So there was strength coming into yesterday, made a low of 1177.6 and found support as the market went up through the 1185, 1188 level. It basically triggered the buy signal that we published. We text our subscribers, we informed through email that the market was a buy, basically from the buy one level, and also coincided with the weekly algorithms, which is a very strong synergy when you can connect these levels of basically the daily algorithms with the weekly algorithms, it's a very, very close relationship and synergy that represents a very strong and high probability trade signal. Once activated, then the targets above basically become your profit objectives. And so closing, going through the 1188, obviously, it triggered on the daily, as you can see here, the buy signals basically, and it gave you the targets right away of 1214 to 1225. And if you look at the report, it tells you that if you do get activated above 1188 and it goes long, obviously, automatically look to take some profits on longs as we reach the sell 1 or sell 2 levels of 1201 to 1223 during the week. This is the week that we are in, and the high so far today is 1213.80. It has met the first sell level of resistance on the daily algorithms, coinciding with the weekly target zones of 1201 to 1223. Now, we make a point basically of providing our subscribers with this information if they are day traders the night before, or if you're a weekly swing trader, we produce this information a week before, a day before for day traders, a week before for swing traders. And coming into today, based on yesterday's prices, the gold market identified for us basically a buy signal above 1196 today, and with the targets of the first sell 1 target of 1214, which you can see was triggered today. And market going through 1196 activated the signal. It triggered a buy signal long. Automatically, when it's activated, your stop is the code below, and it activates the trigger above as your targets into that sell 1 level of 1214, and the sell 2 level now is at 1225. So today, yesterday, we've been meeting the targets of sell 1, sell 2, and from our personal position, we've taken some profits here. We booked some really nice profits this week, and anybody that has been following our signals basically should have done the same thing. Let's take a look at silver and basically use the same patterns and see what has transpired. If we take a look at the weekly report. We're going to switch to the weekly swings report, and we're going to take a look at silver and basically see what the silver market had in store for us as we came into this week. The silver market basically, the July silver futures contract closed at 1577 on Friday, and with the market closing below the 9-day moving average of 1637, it was a little bit bearish coming into this week. The momentum was bearish, but it also told you that closing above the 9-day moving average of 1637, it would activate the weekly bearish short-term trend to neutral. And if we came in basically with the market closing below the VC weekly momentum indicator of 1591, being that we closed on Friday at 1577, the momentum was slightly bearish, but it also told you keep an eye. If it closes above 1591, this bearish signal would be negated. So the algorithm always gives you an alternate count that would negate the previous count and would go neutral. And then the close basically of the 15-minute bar if you're day trading. If you're swing trading, the close of the daily bar, the daily close, would activate a buy signal by closing above the VC weekly, or a short signal by closing below once it goes neutral. In this case, basically, the signal was slightly bearish. We went through the 1591 and it activated the buy signal. But before we did that, let's take a look at the market here, telling you that if it came down below 1591, look to buy 1 and 2 levels of 1545 to 1514. And on basically the 24th, which is right here on this bar here, it told you that because we came in a little bit below the code, that it was bearish of 1591. But if it goes through 1591, it's going to activate this bearish trend to a neutral, and then going through and closing above it would activate the buy signal. What you see here on the chart on the right are the daily algorithms that coincide very much with the weekly algorithms that you see here, with the market making a low this week of 1555 and basically triggering the previous weekly report on the long side. We went long basically at 1561, and we took profits as indicated up here into that 16 level, which was anticipated the previous week. You can see here that the algorithm precisely has identified the area that is of major support. The blue lines, the blue brackets, identify the trading range where it is the highest probability to buy the market. Closing above that B2 or buy 1 level activates the buy signal. And here the market basically was not able to come down to the low of this week of 1545 before it made this reversal that we've been anticipating. With the market now closing above the daily VC code of 1622 and basically well above the weekly VC code, and it looks like if we take a look at the targets zone, the high today was 1667.50, and this told you that the upper end of the target zone was 1670. So we are basically completing the movement that we saw coming into this week as we published the signals on Saturday for the swing trading in the gold and the silver market. If you have any questions at all in terms of the application of this algorithm, please feel free to contact me. You can reach me basically directly at support@ema2trade.com, support@ema2trade.com, or you can call me at basically US toll-free number 877-733-1511. Once again, this is Patrick MontesDeOca. Thank you once again for the opportunity to spend with you and guide you through this journey in identifying this markets and opportunities that we can basically take advantage of. Until next time, my friends, I hope you have a great trading week, and until then, be safe. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.